The purpose of this training video is to teach you how to enter an online or mobile offer. As you can see, we are currently on the overview page of the rep once they have signed in. The first step would be to go ahead and search for the merchant that you would like to enter the offers for. We'll enter Johnny's here for Johnny's Pizza. And then we'll go ahead and click on the edit button to open the inside of the Johnny's Pizza record. Now to enter a mobile or online offer, just click on the icon right here. Now once you're inside this page, the first question asks you to select the type of offer. This is for internal purposes only, so that we can track the types of offers that are being presented through the database of CMA. So if you choose percentage off or amount off, it'll allow you to fill in the amount off regarding the offer. If you choose one of the bottom two options, such as buy one get one free or free with purchase or other, there would be no additional field to complete. So for this example, let's go ahead and choose a percentage off, and we'll enter 20%. Okay, now let's go ahead and enter the offer description. For example, we have 20% off or buy one get one free, whatever that deal might be. This is where you would enter the offer description. To stay with our 20% off, we're going to say receive 20% off any order of $25 or more. Now the next set of parameters is when the offer is valid from. So would we like the offer to be starting today on December the 10th? And by default it goes for 1 full year. Now as you're building your territories and adding online and mobile offers to your territories, we really don't want any expirations. At the same time, we do want to give the business owner the opportunity to maybe do a promotion for a set period of time, which is why we've also talked about getting more than one offer from a merchant. If you only had one offer from a merchant, and let's say you ran it for the period of Christmas and you went ahead and had it expire during the month of December, and on 12/31 this offer is no longer valid. Well, this particular business would then quote unquote fall off of the CMA database and they would have no offers in the system. So we encourage you to go ahead and get multiple offers from a business and to utilize this for different promotional periods, maybe things that they have overstock on, or a new entree or a new menu item or something like that that the business wants to promote for a time period, and then having another type of an offer that's going to be good all year round. Now if you set up one of those offers like that, then maybe what you want to do is just go ahead and set the expiration date to 2099. As you can see, this looks just like the CMA merchant agreement, where you have the ability to limit the amount of redemptions per user as well as the amount of redemptions for total printouts or redemptions in the database. By default, the system is set to limit 1 redemptions per user per day, but from this drop down you can select per week, month, quarter, year, or lifetime. You can also change the limitation if you wanted to say that you would allow 2 redemptions per week or per redemptions per month. The key of this first category is that it's all about the user. How many times will that particular user be able to redeem this offer? The second category here describes how many total printouts that you want. I like to call this my Black Friday type of special. That's where on Black Friday, you know that there's many times that a business or a retailer would say, I'm going to give some kind of a crazy deal, whether it's 50 or 75% off or just some outrageously low price for an item. If you're the first, maybe 10 customers, 20 customers, or 50 customers that come in that day. So you have that same ability to do that with your merchant here. So then you can say, I want this to be 25 redemptions. Using that as the example, if 25 different customers had come in and clicked on that particular offer 25 times, the offer would no longer appear in the database, just like at the end of an expiration period. These two fields actually work together, because if I set this maximum number of redemptions to 25 and I'm using a user who can redeem this offer once per day, imagine that this particular person loved this offer so much that they did it 25 days in a row. They would be the only person to have redeemed this particular offer, but at the same time we reach the merchant's goal, which is a limitation of only allowing 25 total redemptions. Now at the same time, what you could do is you could say, I want this to be redeemed for the person maybe 1 time per year. So then it would actually take 25 years for one individual to go ahead and redeem this number of offers, and that would allow you to basically set this up so that there would be 25 different people redeeming this particular type of offer. The terms and conditions gives you the ability to enter any additional information that the merchant would like to add to their coupon offer. When we think about deals, sometimes merchants will say something like, hey, this is only valid Sunday through Thursday, maybe on slower days of the week. Or, hey, 20% off all menu items up to $25, but excluding alcohol. It's really up to you and the business owner to have a discussion on whether it's important enough to have that disclaimer added here into their offer, like excluding alcohol, or you could go ahead and put it down inside of here, inside of the terms and conditions, and state excluding alcohol. Now this is a little statement, so it doesn't require a period. And then we've gone ahead and we've added our own disclaimers that most merchants are concerned about. So as you can see, we talk about that it's valid only at the location listed. Only one offer may be redeemed per visit. The offer may not be valid with any other sales or promotions. Void if altered, transferred, purchased, or sold. Any other use for this purpose is illegal and constitutes fraud. And other restrictions may apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. No cash value. All right, so basically the majority of the types of disclaimers and terms of use that most merchants are concerned about, we've already included. And this is not an editable field. And of course, we've added the information that if a consumer has questions on the printout or viewing the mobile app, they would contact Simply Rewards via phone or via support. And they wouldn't be contacting CMA because they don't necessarily realize as a consumer that CMA exists. As a consumer, they would be part of the Simply Rewards websites, and that's where they would be utilizing the system and redeeming their coupons. Then together what we do is we go ahead and combine the terms and conditions that the merchant wants with the disclaimer that we have in the system, and we'll show that to you in just a minute. Alright, scrolling down, let's look at the offer exposure. Now that you have the opportunity to determine whether you want this offer to be online and mobile by checking these boxes, or if you only want the offer to be listed in just one of the categories. Now, one is required. And of course we understand that most consumers today are utilizing smartphones, and so we can go ahead and say we want this definitely to be on the mobile coupon. Now if they want it to also be on the online coupon, what that means is it appears on the websites, and the consumer to redeem that would actually click on the website offer and actually would print out a physical coupon and bring it into the merchant. And some merchants like that because then they have an ability to staple it to the receipt or have some additional way of recording that information. Alright, let's continue on down and look at the categories and business location. Because we only have one location here for Johnny's Pizza, it defaults and shows you the address that we entered earlier, and so that's the one selection that we need to make. If we had additional locations, they would be listed right here. You'd have the ability to select all locations or just the one location for this particular offer, or the locations that you would like this offer to be able to be redeemed at. But you must select at least one location. Then on the categories, you can select up to 3 categories that best fit the business. I'm going to focus on this as Johnny's Pizza, so we're going to look at the food categories. So we'll look at casual and fine dining, because Johnny's Pizza is definitely a casual restaurant. We can look at fast food, and then we can look at food and dining. Those are the 3 categories that we currently have to separate restaurants and fast food places. Now, you may think that maybe Johnny's Pizza may not be fast food, but because they do takeout pizzas and delivery service, we feel that it fits in that particular type of category. Alright, once you've selected your categories and your business location, we'll go ahead and scroll to the bottom, and the last question asks if this particular offer is a wellness offer. We already talked earlier in a previous training video about what determines whether a merchant offers wellness offers. Things that are low calorie and things like that are healthy or promoting wellness. But I would say specifically 20% off at a Johnny's Pizza is not necessarily a wellness offer, so we'll keep that at no. We'll go ahead and click Save and Preview Offer, and that'll take us to a representation page of what that coupon would look like on the website. We're also going to be adding this to show you a representation of the mobile phone as well. Currently you can see the Johnny's Pizza name, the address, the phone number, presented to Johnny Smith. Now, whenever we do a coupon, we actually show it on the mobile phone and the coupon presented to the consumer who's logged in. In this example, the owner of this record is Johnny Smith, so we're showing the merchant's name in this example. The coupon expiration date, even though we selected 2099, we have a shorter date, which is 30 days out from the date that the offer was entered. Now, the reason that we do that is for a sense of urgency. When you think about the coupons you get in the Sunday paper or ones you get emailed to you, When you look at coupons, they always have an expiration date because that encourages the consumer to go in and visit that place of business before the coupon expires. Again, creating a sense of urgency. If we put on there 2099, I might print out this coupon and go, oh, I can go whenever I feel like it. I've got 85 years to go visit Johnny's Pizza. So even though the offer is good for that period of time that you selected, we are showing that it's going to expire in 30 days because this is really the look of a consumer viewpoint. Then we have some tracking here. This tracking is just an example to show you that we will be integrating some additional tracking features such as how many people view Johnny's offers, how many people clicked on the e-details page, and how many people redeem the offer in the future. So we have some internal coding that we'll be tracking in the future and be able to add some additional reporting from the merchant as well. Then we have a listing of the offer, and then we have the terms of use. And as I stated to you earlier, you can see that we have the excluding alcohol, and then powered by Simply Rewards, valid at the location listed, all combined into one section here. At the very bottom, you can see the offer is valid for the next 30 days, and that the offer is limited to one redemption per year, based upon the parameter we set. Now, if you ever need to modify that offer, you can go ahead and click over here, modify it. Let's say we want to take off the terms and conditions. So we'll take off that excluding alcohol. We'll scroll back to the bottom, save and preview the offer, and now I see, okay, this looks good. So I'm ready to go. I'm going to hit continue, and the offer is saved into the database. And once I hit the continue button, it takes me back to the Johnny's Pizza overview page. And that's how you're able to add an online and mobile offer. Now the next step is to make sure that we have all of the information at the CMA side that allows us to put this offer live into the database. And if you're out there and you're obtaining a signed CMA merchant agreement, we need to get that agreement into our office so that our staff can go ahead and compare that information, verify that we have a signed date and a name of a merchant and the title, make sure that we then can go out and upload a logo for the system, and make sure that there's no spelling errors or corrections that need to be made. The second way is if you happen to be on the phone or you're talking to a merchant, or the merchant didn't have time to sign the merchant agreement in front of you but calls you back later and says, hey, let's go ahead and do that. Well, you can do everything that we just showed you in this video, entering the offer, and then the final step would be to actually send the merchant approval right here utilizing this link, and that would send the merchant an electronic process for them to sign the contract and approve the offers. And we'll talk about that in our next training video.